you another chance. Not the church, not the state. People must decide their fate. Not the church, not the state. People must decide their fate. Not the church, not the state. People must decide their fate. Not the church, not the state. People must decide their fate. Not the church, not the state. People must decide their fate. Not the church, not the state. People must decide their fate. Not the church, not the state. People must decide their fate. I don't want people to be scared, because look at this. Collective action, community, and us coming out here is what wins, and the state knows that. If you look at every struggle for rights in this country and across the globe, it's because people came together. The people have the power. Let me hear you say power! 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 We won't go back. 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 We will fight back. We won't go back. We will fight back. Because when human rights are under attack, what do we do? Stand up, fight back. What do we do? Stand up, fight back. What do we do? Stand up, fight back. When trans lives are under attack, what do we do? Stand up, fight back. What do we do? Stand up, fight back. What do we do? Stand up, fight back.
All right, y'all. We're out here today to fight back. That's why we're here. We are out here today to fight back. Am I right? We're out here today because 9 people who none of us elected, 9 people who have this job for life, as if that's a thing, as if any of us have jobs for life, who are elected by or appointed by the Senate, a deeply undemocratic institution that is from slavery. It is essentially there to protect the enslaved system that we had, that this country was founded on. So how are they going to be the people dictating our rights? 9 people dictating tens of millions, hundreds of millions of people's rights. That's why we're out here today, to say absolutely not. We are out here to fight back. When you look back in history on the Supreme Court, this extremely political institution, what you see is sometimes there's good opinions. And that comes out because there is a movement in the streets. That is why it happens. Roe v. Wade, women, it's black women, it's brown women. Y'all might have seen in Texas, there was a woman, Lizelle Herrera. She was arrested for having an abortion. Arrested. And if it weren't for people like you out in the streets right now, that's where we'd be headed. But I know we're not, because we are out here, we are standing strong, and we are showing the people of this country and the world here in Washington, D.C., in front of the Supreme Court, that we are not going to stand for it. We are showing the people of this country that we are ready to fight back, ready to fight for our rights. Because abortion rights, it's healthcare. That's all it is. Plain and simple. It's healthcare. And a lot of people in this country don't even have access to healthcare. We're fighting for that too. Healthcare is a human right. It should be something that we all have access to, all of us. Housing, another human right we should all have access to. These are the basics. These are the things everyone needs. And the only people in society who have, easy access to a lot of this stuff are the wealthy. That's it. But it needs to be for all of us, and that is what we are fighting for here at the Party for Socialism and Liberation. so many people here. This is incredible, incredible. And I think the most important thing is that we are all out here together. We are out here, men, women, black, white. We are out here to say, we're fighting back. That's what we're doing. All right, y'all. Pro-life is a lie. You don't care if women die. Pro-life is a lie. You don't care if women die. Pro-life is a lie.
You don't care if people die.
Pro-life is a lie.
You don't care if people die.
Pro-life is a lie.
You don't care if people die.
Pro-life is a lie.
You don't care if people die.
Pro-life is a lie. You don't care if people die. Pro-life is a lie.
You don't care if people die.
Pro-life is a lie.
You don't care if people die.
Pro-life is a lie.
You don't care if people die.
Pro-life is a lie.
You don't care if people die.
So that's such an important shit, y'all, because people will die. That's what this means. And that's, again, the same. People who don't have housing, people who don't have health care, people who don't have access to the very basics. But when you look at this city, Washington, D.C., there is deep, deep, deep poverty in this city. There are people who are not cared for, who do not have the basics. This city is deeply segregated. The vast majority of a lot of the black people who live in this city don't have the basics, and that is the government's fault. It's absolutely the government's fault. This is a racial justice issue. This is an issue for women. This is an issue for people all around the country, and that is why we are out here today. That is why we are pushing back. And when we look at healthcare overall, and when we talk about abortion, we know this is essentially a healthcare issue, and that people will die if we don't fix this. We know that everybody has always, or that people have always made access to abortion. We know that. The issue is whether it's safe. That's the issue. That's the issue. We've got a quick announcement.
Hey all, just really quickly, we have some deaf friends over here who would love if there's someone who knows ASL who could help them interpret. We're right up here, so just feel free to come forward. Thank you so much. We're gonna go right back to chanting.
Not the church, not the state. Women must decide their fate. Not the church, not the state. Women must decide their fate. Not the church, not the state. Women must decide their fate. Not the church, not the state.
Women must decide their fate.
Not the church, not the state.
Women must decide their fate.
Not the church, not the state.
People must decide their fate.
Not the church, not the state.
People must decide their fate.
Not the church, not the state.
People must decide their fate.
Not the church, not the state.
People must decide their fate.
Not the church, not the state.
People must decide their fate.
That's why we're all out here organizing. If we're not organized, if we're just individuals, we can't fight back. But we are all out here together as a group, collectively, pushing back together. That the best thing you can do in moments like this, look around you, find an organization that fits you and join it. Join an organization. That way we can operate together. We can operate and plan together. That is the best way that we can fight this kind of thing back. And not just this, right? Because all of this is connected. All of this is connected. This government, in this same week, in the same month that they've decided to do this, that they've decided to rip away basic healthcare rights for women, and again, that will disproportionately affect poor women, black women, brown women, women without access to a lot of healthcare options. They've also pulled any funding for COVID care for the uninsured during a pandemic. I don't know about you, but what that tells me is that this government doesn't operate for us. It's not here to protect us. We have have to protect us. We have to work together. We have to organize. We have to be the ones to secure our own rights and to fight for our own rights like our ancestors did, like all the people in this country have always had to do. That's right. That's why we're out here today.
The people united will never be defeated.
The people united.
Mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check. Shout out to our fam over there holding it down. Shout out to PSL. Cause who keep us safe? Who keep us safe?
We keep us safe.
Who keep us safe?
We keep us safe.
I like that. I'm not sure, y'all, because y'all out here, but I'm really trying to find out who keep us safe.
We keep us safe.
Who keep us safe?
We keep us safe.
So we gonna tell the Supreme Court, let us mind our bodies. We gonna mind our bodies. So right now, I want to welcome y'all to DC. I usually play the Welcome to DC song right now because I'm a DC native, right? So be clear. In this space, I want a center who's really affected here. And that's DC natives and people that's constituents of DC. Because first off, DC not even the state and all y'all holding their grounds down. And they don't get to vote like y'all vote. But we're going to talk about that in a minute because somebody going to tell y'all all about that. Second, I want y'all to know that it's black women. Black women is the most affected person by what's happening with this rolling wave. I want y'all to understand that I'm born and raised in Southeast, right across the river, right? I want y'all to understand why these pro-lifers out here talking about have a baby, choose a baby. People east of the river don't even have nowhere to have a baby. So be very clear that people east of the river don't even have a maternity ward to have a baby. Be very clear that people east of the river don't even have resources or health care to take care of a baby east of the river. So be very clear when you try to tell that black woman who may be suffering because they couldn't get maternity health care and risk losing their life by trying to have a baby and die, what the fuck to do with their body. And second, I want to be real clear. I'm not Chris Rock. I'll fuck you up. So don't nobody try to come on this stage right here while Hers Wildest Dreams is here, because this ain't that kind of party. Everybody do have freedom of speech, but mine, Hers Wildest Dreams space, right here, this us right here, because we don't want no problems, but it can be some problems. I just want to be very clear on that, y'all. Now we're going back to business, because I know y'all done had some people out here that think they can like overtake the white people. That's fine, but no, that shit ain't happening over here. Secondly, I want you to understand who Hers Wildest Dream is. Hers Wildest Dream is an abolitionist, woman-led, non-binary, LGBTQ organization holding shit down in D.C. We walk in the spirit of Harriet Tubman. We walk in the spirit of Ida B. Wells. We walk in the spirit of Ella Baker. We do mutual aid. We're a community defense hub where we take care of the community. We do a defense hub where we do legal empowerment. Because right now, what's happening with this decision of reverse is criminalizing black bodies. And we're not going to stand for it, and we're not going to be silent, because when you stay silent, they'll kill you. Third, we are political education and campaign organization. So we're going to educate you all today on what this reverse of Roe and Wade look like. Because I want to be clear. I don't know what they say. If there's no Roe, I don't know what they're going to say, because I'm still doing abortions. And if anybody need an abortion, be very clear. I'm going to take them to get one. I don't do things for what's legal. I do things for what's just. So be clear. If I feel it's justified why this black woman or any woman, but right now I want to center black people and black women, because I stand with black women, because this rule right here is affecting majority black women. So I want to be clear that we rise up for people to have a choice on their body. Is your body your choice? Your body? Your body? Your body? Your body? So if you choose to do whatever the fuck you want to do with it, do it. You want to have that baby? You want to abort that baby? Abort the baby. Ain't nobody going to take care of that baby for you. Y'all motherfuckers want to come over here and take care of the babies in Southeast? Okay, I ain't think so. Y'all can say that and y'all can walk them away from them clinics. But after y'all walk them away from them clinics, where you at when the fucking baby here? Where the fuck are you? You ain't here, and the only reason I know you ain't here because I'm here. I know you ain't here because I'm here. And if I don't see none of y'all here, so be clear on that. And so right now, Sam Masters here. I've been waiting for my girl Sam because this is what she do this shit, and she live by this shit, and she gonna give y'all some history on this and why this is important, right? Because I'm gonna tell y'all, Sam will take your grandmama to get her abortion if your grandmama wanted one. Come on, Sam. Come on, talk to the people. Yeah.
When bodily autonomy is under attack, what do? Rise up, fight back. When bodily autonomy is under attack, what do? I know that's right. My name is Sam. I am one of the co-leads of Free Black Mamas DMV. Come on, Kiana. With Harriet's Wildest Dreams, Out for Justice, Life After Release, and we are a collective of Black directly impacted women working to end the incarceration of women and caretakers all across the DMV. Women, no matter how you came into your womanhood, caretakers, because we know that we care for our communities. And we just got one thing to say. Fuck the rollback of Roe. Fuck. So let me tell you something about DC and at least Maryland, is that as long as we can keep getting abortions here, we know that we are going to be a welcoming space for our people all across the U.S. who are going to have abortion access cut off. So come to D.C., come to Maryland, get your abortions, get your care, get you some Taharka Brothers ice cream, get you some Biz chili ball, whatever you need to do, okay? But we will be here to receive you with welcoming arms if your state closes the door to abortion access. We are not just pro-Black, not just pro-ho, not just anti-incarceration and anti-criminalization. We are pro-abortion. Abortion on demand without exception. On demand abortion with no exceptions. Abortion on demand, Joe Biden, no exceptions. So I want to shout out all of the leaders of reproductive justice for bringing me some good and goddamn sense to come into how Black women, Black femmes, queer people, trans folks have been resisting for centuries. I want to thank the ancestors who made sure to make us know that it is our bodies and we have complete control over them, no matter what the state says. And I want to thank folks like Renee, like RJ leaders in this country for making sure that y'all know, get the bands, the F off of our bodies, and that we will be here to make sure that people can continue to get abortions that they need. So abortion on demand with no exception, not now, not never.
Abortion is health care. Abortion is health care. Abortion is. Abortion is. Abortion is. And health care is a human right. Health care is a human right. Everybody should be able to have health care, and health care is abortion is health care. Look at that. See how that go together? Health care is a human right. Abortion is health care. See how that go together? Now, I'm going to bring up Ruth, y'all, so I can explain to y'all why everybody coming here, why they don't understand why we say that D.C. is not a state and how it's important that we become a state. And let us speak about statehood.
Hey everyone. Your role because you're standing here right now, not because you live here, not because you're from here, but you're standing here right now. And you're standing on the steps of the Supreme Court because you believe in a human right. Well, did you know that even if everyone in DC believed in a human right and voted for a human right, that we could not make that decision for ourselves? Essentially, what's taking place is that the Supreme Court is voting, potentially, right, to overturn Roe v. Wade and then to give it back to the states so that the states can decide what happens. Now, I'm not from DC. I love DC, but I'm from Texas, and y'all already know what's happening there. But though I'm from Texas, I'm from Houston. I'm from H-Town. H-Town, we don't play around. So I want to tell you why I'm here today. Let's talk a little bit about DC statehood. Back when the HIV epidemic was running wild in the United States, fuck Reagan. Folks in DC created a program where folks were able to turn in their needles to get clean needles. And we know that drug injection by needles was one of the major causes for the HIV epidemic and AIDS epidemic taking place and taking hold of our communities, especially in DC. Well, the government overturned that decision, and because of that, AIDS and HIV rose to significant heights in the DMV region. We did not have the ability to protect ourselves in our communities. We did not have the ability to protect our LGBTQ community or our community who was struggling from any type of substance abuse issues. We did not have the ability to protect them and to give them the health care that they needed, which was at least just clean needles. Now we're in a situation back in 2014 where the DC Council passed a law that an employer could not discriminate against you based on your ability, based on your need to do anything related to your health or your child's health, to include abortion. In 2014, Ted Cruz introduced legislation, and in almost 35 years since what happened with the needles and HIV and AIDS epidemic, the Congress turned over a DC Council decision, and now an employer can discriminate against you based on your need to get an abortion, based on your need to take care of yourself and your family. Additionally, though we have our own budget, there are budget riders that prevent DC from being able to have government-subsidized abortion. So we may get government funding, but we're not allowed to use that funding in order for people to get abortions if they need one. So the importance of that is you can stand here all day and all night and fight for abortion rights and fight for a woman's rights to decide what happens with her body. But even if this law passes or gets turned over, Congress still has a say in what Black women do here in DC with their bodies. Congress still has a say in what happens when we decide what is best for us. So when you go back home, you go back to your city or your home and you think about what you could be doing, please consider that you are standing here advocating in my home where I live, where I raise my children. And if you don't care about DC statehood, you don't care about Black women.
Hey, Patrick, can we get a little more sound on this? The people in the back said they can't hear us. Hey, people in the back, holler back. 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 So we gotta get more sound. The people in the back can't holler back. It's COVID, so I don't really want y'all to come to the front either, y'all. Y'all be careful, because I ain't even gonna play y'all. COVID's still around. Y'all be careful now. Y'all take y'all vitamins, because COVID's still here. Don't y'all let them tell y'all it's not. Fuck that shit. It's here. Nah, but next, y'all, I want to bring my comrade. You know, my other co-founder with Hers Wildest Dreams, who walk in the spirit of our ancestors, she a bad motherfucker, right? She does the Oughta Be Wells pillar, which does legal empowerment, right? Participatory defense. She the one that's going to keep these people out of jail when they try to take them to jail for having abortions. Kiana gonna be the one holding that shit down when you're a black woman. Just know that, right? So, and to top it all off, my comrade, my co-founder, she's formerly incarcerated, and she don't shy away at how this fucking system took her away, right? She don't shy away how the system took her away because they took her, they enslaved her, right? So I'm gonna let Kiana come and holler at y'all about what this look like criminalizing black women.
Who keep us safe? Who keep us safe? Who keep us safe? Y'all, I'm fucking pissed off. I'm fucking pissed off. I'm sick and tired of the law getting involved in our shit. What business is it of anybody what I do with my body? And to all of the people who are here talking about pro-life? What are they saying? Where were you when these bodies were being gunned down in the streets in D.C.? Where were you? How can you say you are pro-life when Conrad Hilton is gunned down by police? How can you say you are pro-life when so many black and brown bodies are gunned down in these streets? So shame on you for trying to manipulate and control what we do with our bodies. And I have 2 surviving children. They are 23 black male and an 18-year-old black boy in this America who I am scared for every day. I'm scared for my black babies. But more importantly, if I would have had the other 4, when they ripped me away from my black babies and put me in a cage for 2.5 years, where were you? When I had to make that decision alone to where my children were going to be raised while I was sitting in a cage, where were you? So let me be very clear. And there are no judge that get to sentence me because I do what I want with my body. So let's be very, very clear. Somebody's phone is ringing. This is one of our black mamas. I should answer it so you can hear. Because every year we bail out black mamas from out of cages who are separated from their black babies. Caretakers removed from their homes and they don't give a damn. SCOTUS, POTUS, they don't give a fuck about us being separated from our black babies. So if I make a decision with my body, what is it your business? So look around. Find an organization and make sure that you get connected to the work that is being done so that this criminalization, it cannot will not happen on my watch. It cannot, it will not happen.
If you had an abortion out here and you knew you did what was best for you, raise your hand. Don't be ashamed. Don't be ashamed. Fuck that shit. You did what was best for you. You made the best decision for your life. Right? Don't be ashamed. I got a girlfriend in Arizona. She have abortion showers. Shout out. Shout out my comrade. She be down there having abortion showers. I'm here for it. Come on, Renee, talk to the people.
Let me hear you make some noise. Who she was just talking about is Ale, one of the storytellers in the program that I run called We Testify. My name is Renee Bracy Sherman, and I run an organization called We Testify, where people who've had abortions talk about our shit. We talk our shit because you know what? We not afraid of y'all no more. We done.